Hi, welcome to the first introduction video to interactive whiteboards at EF. As you all know, throughout 2010 we will be rolling out interactive whiteboards into our classroom in Russia. To show you all of the things you can do with an interactive whiteboard, we have invited one of the most experienced teachers at EF in using the interactive whiteboard. It's Braden Gibson. Please, welcome.
Thank you very much, Carl. It's a pleasure to be here. So I'll be taking you and showing you some things that we can do on the interactive whiteboard to make it a useful tool within our classrooms to help you study and learn and teach English a little bit better.
Thank you very much.
So to start a class, for example, you could come in with a blank screen, students sit down, go ahead, pull in a picture, a topic, get the students immediately active in discussing something that's on the board. Well, to start, we have some games that students really love to play, and this can be used by any level, any age group. Simple game called Hangman. I go ahead and I space out how many letters I want. I ask a student to choose a letter. They choose a letter, for example, B. It's not on the screen. Simply cross it out. Draw my rope down. One thing that we love to do in my English classes is using the language practice units for each of the EF books as we go through the Real English series. Now I'm actively writing on top of this PDF Word document. Well, I can go ahead, I can choose one, and as I choose it, I can just highlight it right on the screen. Maybe I have another lesson. Maybe we're teaching something, exam preparation. Make sure my pen fits in here, activate it. Somebody can simply write in, was stolen. It's easy, it's visual, it fits in. If the answer is incorrect, it's quite easy. Just take it, erase through everything, it's gone, paper's still there, and we can write in more answers. So we had this quiz, they have their notebooks, they just have it up on the board. As a teacher, simply I have to touch a couple buttons, fill in the blanks, here's all the information. So if I, as a teacher, I find these things, I really like what's on the screen, I can go ahead and save this into my document to reuse later, perhaps. It saves it into my PowerPoint document in here as an image. So here on the High Flyers page, we can have students come up onto the board. They can take turns reading. Miss Jackson lives 22 Bluebird Street. Well, she lives here at...
Miss Jackson lives at 22 Bluebird Street.
Again, it's quick, it's simple. The kids are learning, they're participating, they're having fun, and they're interacting with our interactive whiteboards. So the internet has tons of dictionary locations. You can simply come here if you have questions on a word. Go ahead, pull up the screen. We had a question come up the other day. What is this word? We just go ahead and search it. Here, again, I know what the students are doing. They're looking at the board, the screen as it comes up. And we can go ahead and we can discuss the meaning of this verb here, ply. Maybe we can learn a word by looking at the picture. Our search engines, Google's a good example. We can go ahead and we can type in a word. So maybe we have a question on what is a butterfly? Students are a little concerned about what this is. I can quickly come up, images, very good thing. I can show pictures of butterflies. Another great resource that we've found on the internet is this website called Prezi.com. It's an alternative to PowerPoint presentations, and it gives us a nice wow factor in the classroom. So with this presentation, we are able to take students a little bit of journey of different parts of the world. We visited the Nazca lines in South America.
From other planets had visited the Earth thousands of years ago. How would our ancient ancestors have tried to communicate with them?
Which the students can watch as a group. It's visual, they can see it. It almost feels like a movie theater sometimes. And with this program, you can change the size and make it smaller if you need to. But it allows me very visual, lots of pictures, lots of interaction. The internet is a great resource as well for flash games. So we have the dice, click on it to roll. Again, there's some interaction. We have the word mouse. We need a sentence with a mouse. The student gives a sentence, maybe it's a nice good sentence, so he gets to come up to the board, roll the dice again. Oh, another mouse sentence. Let's go ahead and do that. And it allows you to go ahead and flip and change this. Let's say we have Spain Somebody says, I don't know really much about Spain. Well, we can go ahead and we can switch to different internet resources. Maybe we like Wikipedia. Many different links, many different possibilities available to us. And so quickly we can talk a little bit about the geography of Spain if that's what's interesting to the students. And you can do this with all different types of websites. Maybe you're having a lesson on sports and you're focused on winter sports, and we go to one of my favorites, curling. A nice spinning globe comes up with curling. And what this is doing is, while this is spinning, is it's searching for all the Flickr pictures that have curling as a tag. And let's actually look at this planet of pictures. And it will search and it throws pictures up onto the screen. Something fun and cool, and you can go ahead and you can spin this globe, look for a picture that's appropriate. Here, that's a good one. This is what I like to see. With the PowerPoint presentations, you can do something simply as postcards. We use this as a writing assignment. And then we had some of the classroom members come up to the board and write in a simple postcard. They just came up to the board, picked up the pen, and they just simply wrote. Nice, short, quick reading. It's in postcard format. As you can see, with a few easy steps, I have the movie up and running. If you really want, you can have this at full scale, or you can go ahead and size it back down to get it at a smaller screen. With this image on my screen, I can go ahead and, because it's an interactive whiteboard, I can do some writing on this. Okay, nice, quick, simple changes we can use. Well, a student can come up to the board then with a marker in hand and go ahead and just write who they think this person is. I can easily, from a blank screen, pull images from my screen. Well, let's say I like these bubbles here. I can do a nice fancy design of these bubbles. Go ahead. There they are in my screenshot. So, and I can move them, resize them, interact with them. Students can write on top of these. Okay, well, I called these, what did you call these? Nice, simple, I call them bubbles. A nice spotlight feature allows you to focus in on certain types of the image. And you can resize, you can move your spotlight. Another great simple feature of the interactive whiteboard is using it as a board which you're able to go back and forth through your lesson. With the interactive whiteboard, because I had written it on my screen and I hadn't erased it, I can go ahead and I can go backwards and find, so there's my third conditional, there's my second conditional. And I can tell a student, do you remember this screen? This is what we talked about, our second conditionals. It also allows us to be able to go ahead and save these things. If there's a student perhaps that missed a lesson and you had written quite a bit on the board, you can go ahead and simply save that by hitting the save function. The interactive whiteboard can be used for many different things. Feel free to play and experiment with it. This is how I've found some of these wonderful resources to be able to use within the classroom setting.
Thank you very much, Braden. That was an excellent presentation of what we can do with Interactive Whiteboard. I'm sure that you all are thrilled by the fantastic tool that's going to be available in our schools. On the E1 portal, you'll have lots of more information about how to use interactive whiteboards. There are links to internet resources, there are flash games, there are ready-made PowerPoint presentations, and lots more instructions on how to use them. Just go to e1portal.ef.com and on the menu, click Programs. In the Programs, you will find down on the left-hand side, it says Internet IWB resources, Interactive Whiteboard resources. And here you can see discussion boards, people asking questions, how to use them, how to use them in the best way. And in the bottom you have lots of different downloadable presentations, games, links, etc. So, thank you everyone for watching, and try to make the best out of interactive whiteboards for EF students. Thank you.